So, you want to build the most powerful A-class ship possible? Well, that's exactly what I've built here, and I'm going to take you through the build process piece by piece, focusing on a light, nimble craft with huge DPS output. So much so that I think it's the most powerful of all my ships that I've ever created. So just think what we'll be able to do with a Class C build. But that's for another video, so make sure to subscribe for that. This is Star-Lord, and as you can see, she's not only ferocious, but also sleek and fast. And to prove how powerful she is, I'll be taking care of all 7 ships in the key, or at the key, in very hard difficulty. And she'll still slice through enemies like a hot knife through butter. Let's get started building. So we're going to be using this ship that we've commandeered. It's the Crimson Fleet Phantom 2 that we found, and generally speaking it's an all-round pretty good ship for a starter if you can capture it. But we're going to be making some changes to make this as powerful as possible, and we have 149,000 credits to work with, though ideally we won't be spending that much. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is just separating the parts. I do want to be able to walk through this and be quite proud of the way it looks, so we're going to actually go with an engineering bay straight after this, and then I think we'll try and make it so that we have a little storage room at the bottom over here, like so, and then on top of here we're going to place just a normal companionway. One thing that I will mention, if you're wondering how I'm copy and pasting things or any of the tricks that I'm using in this, do check out my guide on shipbuilding. We've just released it and I think you'll find it pretty useful. By the way, we are at my home base for this. The landing pad that we have there means that we have most of the options that are available. There's still quite a few things missing, but this just gives us the biggest selection of everything here. We're also going to want something here. Possibly just a all-in-one berth. I think that's probably best. We will use these wingtips on the end here. We'll grab our landing gear. From here, we'll also grab some more landing gears. Ideally, I don't want to use more than 4. This will give us up to 800 mass to build with. That might be a little bit difficult, but we'll try and work within that where possible. Let's place down our grav engine. We're going to get the best reactor. I don't mind paying through my teeth, providing we have the best reactor available. We had this one here that's 23,000. Can we do it better than that? Yeah, so the 26. The fact that it's providing us with 26 power is going to be really useful when we're kitting out our weaponry, because we're actually going to use all 3 slots. So we want to maximize the amount of power that we have available for both shields and weaponry. For this, everything is quite streamlined. We want as small a target as possible to be able to hit. I don't know if it's possible to dodge having a smaller ship, but in my mind that should work. We need a docker, but this is far too big, so we're going to look at what we have available. Oh, the slim docker. Does this... Can we put this on the... We can put this on the bottom. That would be really useful, actually. So let's put that here for now. Bit too chunky around the side. Now that works well. Obviously, with this being a weapon ship, we're going to want to have some equipment mounts. So we're going to go with 2 side sponsor mounts. And how are we doing at the moment? Got fuel. We do need some storage. Ideally, we'll have about 800 storage if possible. I think that's a good amount. Let's see if we can get some shielded cargo here. That just looks too blocky. I think that's going to be our best bet. The idea of this ship is that it's going to be a hard hitter and that it has the ability to stun an enemy ship, dock with it, board, and take the ship if necessary. It's going to have a fair amount of storage, but really everything's going to be geared up towards hitting heavy blows and outclassing the enemy ships. So with that in mind, what shields do we have available? 520. Is that the max? Let's just check on that. Low mobility, so we could do with adding some more engines just to increase the mobility, but we do have to be aware of our mass. We have up to 800. Cannot reach the cockpit from landing bay. Oh yeah, because this one has a top entrance. You can't use this. That's a shame. I wish we could choose which doors to use for our ship. Does that one allow us to do that? Yep. Yep, perfect. So we need more engines. I'm liking this. I mean, we haven't added any weapons yet, but I am liking it. Still need to do a little bit of decoration. So we have the general feel for the ship now. We've got 26 reactor, class A, and we have equipment power totaling 22. So with that in mind, let's get started on the combat. We're also going to get rid of these auto cannons. I've mentioned in previous videos that it's best to go with one type of weapon and then max that out when it comes to power. The reason for that is that you aren't balancing your power between multiple systems, and so you're punching as hard as you possibly can, and that is made even better with the fact that we have weapons like this electron beam, which is a particle weapon, and that does 13 damage to both the hull and the shield. So this is perfect for all circumstances except when we're boarding. And with that in mind, that's what we're going to be using for this. However, we do have to be aware of the max power. Now, if I remember rightly, each of these allows up to 12? Yeah, 12 power. And this particular weapon uses a max power of 3. So we can put up to 4 of these on this ship. Now, at this point, we still have plenty of mass available. We've got 115 mass. And it's ready to go, bar it'd be really nice to have an EM weapon, which I think we could place here. And at this point, we've got a pretty powerful craft. If we look here, we have top speed 150, mobility 100, jump range 26 light years. That could be slightly better, as that's 1 to 2 jumps, generally speaking. Up to 4 crew, that sounds pretty good. Okay, so we have a max crew of 5. Same weight by the looks of it. 520 cargo. I think we could probably increase that somehow. Maybe here. Because we would like about 800 cargo if possible. Okay, so we've got 1,120 cargo. And it's dropped down our jump range and mobility slightly. I still want to add more weapons. So now that we have 12 power to these, and we'll also have 1 EM weapon, we have an extra slot available. And if we want to max this out, we can add our proton beams. Now at this point, these very powerful weapons, they can do 21 damage each, and they have a max power draw of 4. So 3 of them add up to 12. So that's slot 1 taken up. Then we have the other 4 particle weapons, which are each 3 power, adding up another 12. And then we have our EM. So this is a little heavy. It's perfect, but just over 22. So can we reduce these? 52. This will bring our cargo down considerably. It's still above 800. 860. Hey, that's not bad. And that means that this ship has a total of 115 particle weapon damage per shot. So the last thing that we need to do with this is paint it and then give it a name. And then we're going to give it a test. I'm actually really happy with the look of this. And there we are. That is the outside of the ship. I think that looks great. Let's jump down and see what it looks like inside. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying this content, make sure to drop a like and please do subscribe for more Starfield content. I'm absolutely loving this game. It's a little bit loud outside. This is the engineering area. It's a little bit dark. but I think that really works for a spaceship. We then have our storage area. We can come up here into the, if I remember rightly, the control area. Perfect. And then at the back, we also have a living area as well for everyone. And we have the bridge. Okay, let's see how this fares. So for this, first we'll do the encounter in normal, and then I'm going to do it on very hard, and we'll just see how we can cope against them. And here we are. We have power. We're going to go straight for the hardest hitting one, which is this white. And you can see we are making short work of a C-class ship. That's the second white out, and they've now taken out our shield. It's just a level 4. Oh, a level 2 Reaper isn't bad. And a Banshee as well. We do have ship parts, but we're not going to use them just yet. Oh, and a third white. Well, this is a perfect opportunity to show you that we can disable their ships as well. Obviously, you only want to do this when there's only one enemy left, and you can just sneak up behind them and take out their engines. Their firing angles aren't great on these big ships. And there we go. We can choose to board it now if we want. Really not bad at all. So this time we're going to load it on very hard and see how we fare against the enemy. Okay, we have jumped into this again. We're going to push it up to very hard this time, just to check it's on very hard. Tab out, yeah, it's saved. And we're going to want to put power immediately in shields. And I think engines is probably going to be the best one. Let's take out the white first. We're doing a lot of damage, but so are they. We've almost lost our shield. First ship parts in use. Oh, this is more difficult. Second ship parts to be used. Third. I'm gonna pop another one. Okay, we've still got a Banshee left. They've done a huge amount of damage to our systems. Gonna pop another part. Ooh. Let's take out the white. I've got a bad feeling our engines are down. Okay, that's 7 spare parts that we've used. 8. And we have 1 ship left. Wow, this is difficult. We're on 1 engine. We're moving at 25, 27. There we go. Goodness me. I must admit, I'm really happy with how this has performed. We were against what, 6 enemies, maybe 7, I'm not sure, on very hard, including at least 2 whites, a Banshee, and I think there was a Wraith as well. I'm not sure about the others, but those are still 2 Class Cs and 2 Class Bs at least against this single Class A. So this can really hit, like, punch above its weight. But guys, do let me know if you want to see me do this with Class B and Class C ships, and maybe we can do specific brands as well and see what we come up with those. But guys, we are going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Special thanks does go to our amazing supporters on Patreon, most notably our Solarclipse patrons, James Irwin, Firefless and Treble, as well as our Lunars, the Calamity, Ben, Star and That Dude AW, as well as our Blood Moon of the Day, which today is the City Rat. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.